Hi, I'm Jean Nolte, editor at Fons Porter.
And I'm Colleen Tauke. I'm the sewing specialist at Fons Porter. This tutorial, we will address the quilt called The Leaves Will Change.
It's a great fall quilt, and it's made from charm packs of 5-inch squares. This is a great beginner quilt, and I think you could make this in a day, probably.
Yeah, as long as you don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, so you need 5-inch squares, and the first thing we're going to do is make 9-patch units. So you'll want to join rows of 3, and you might notice I have little pins here, and the reason for that is I have pressed the seams the direction the point of the pin points, so that if you look here, those seams are pressed that way, these seams are pressed that way, and these are pressed that way. So when you join these, the seams will oppose. Those are going to the right and these are going to the left, and they snug up together really nicely.
It's a great tip for those who are beginning, and 9 patches is the most basic quilt block I think out there.
Yep, it is. So then I'm just going to snug those together and take the pin out and put it there. And I usually pin both of those intersections, and I'll just take that pin right out of there and put it there, and then you're ready to sew those together.
So you would join your rows into blocks.
Okay, so what you do is,
Goes out.
you'll have a block that looks like this.
Now, if you're using a charm pack, you've got probably maybe two of every color. You're probably gonna want to go through and plan a little bit for each of your 9 patches. At least I'm not really good at doing scrappy and just letting it fall, because I don't want 2 black squares right beside each other or 2 yellow ones. So you can get partway through just doing scrappy, but you might want to look ahead to see your placement a little bit.
Because I don't even like to have 2 of this print in the same 9 patch.
Right.
Let alone.
Everybody has a different comfort level. Just find where yours is and have fun with it.
So once you have all your 9 patch blocks made, we're going to put sashing on 2 sides.
And just 2 sides.
So that it looks like that.
Kind of gives an L shape to it.
All right, and so now we have one.
All the blocks get those just 2 sashing, but it doesn't look like that in the quilt.
So all the blocks look exactly alike at this point, but when you go to lay them out, there's always sashing on the left side of the block.
Left top and then
And the first one has sashing on the left and the top. Then the next one is going to have sashing on the left and the bottom.
That's what makes them kind of bounce a little bit across the quilt instead of having them all lined up perfectly square.
Right. And so it looks like it's tricky to put that together, but it's really just a few blocks. So you join them into rows, and then join your rows. You've got the quilt center done. Add your borders.
Voila, the leaves will change. Thanks for joining us today.
To get the pattern for this quilt or to see more of our videos, go to our website.